Hey guys, it's Impartiality back with a brand new video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I've been very busy, believe me. But I wanted to get this video out because I just had a quick little short video to talk about Jojo Siwa. Now, if you guys don't know who Jojo Siwa is, which I'm pretty sure you guys probably do, she used to be a child entertainer. I think she used to make songs. Basically, she was a teen, but she'd act more like an 8-year-old. And that's just being very generous.
What you made me do. I'ma keep walking my walk. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having
There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of child entertainers, and she did a pretty good job of it. She sang, she danced. She had a bunch of fun. Kids looked up to her. They loved her. She had millions and millions of followers and subscribers on YouTube and stuff like that. She made YouTube videos, and that was all great. See, now the story kind of takes a little bit of a shift is Jojo Siwa recently, after all these years of being a child entertainer, said she wants to be, taken more seriously. And she wants her audience to change from kids to becoming adults.
Okay, you like that's just rumors out there. We're just talking about rumors.
Here's my thing. This moment of making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist is very important to me. And I have wanted to take my time to make sure this moment is as perfect as possible. And this moment will come within the next
Soon, I think the way you're looking at
soon.
this.
And, most people, like, for example, Miley Cyrus, I know she went from, Hannah Montana, singing all on Disney and stuff like that. And she made her switch gradually. She started with the Wrecking Ball song, which was very different from the normal Hannah Montana stuff you used to hear back in the day. But then she started doing, bigger things, more drastic moves, but it worked. It worked very well. Some people didn't like it, but for the most part, I think it was well received, and she just kept it going. I think she's doing pretty well. But the way Jojo Siwa did it, it was not slow or gradual in any type of way. It was just right off the bat, I'm making a switch from today, tomorrow. I'm making a switch to I'm entertaining adults. I'm making songs for adults. I want to be taken more seriously. There was no real work put into it. She just kind of just announced it and just called it a day. Now, there's nothing wrong with making a switch like this. Anyone can make any type of switch they want with their career, and if you feel it's time that you should make a switch to something more serious, that's fine. But it's the delivery she did it. She went from wearing very tight, scrunchies and really sparkly, bedazzled clothing, and acting like a kid because she was a kid at the time. And even when into her teens, she still act like a 5-year-old, dancing around goofily and saying the craziest things. Some of her YouTube intros were just hilarious because half of the time you couldn't even understand what she was saying, but realistically it didn't matter because her audience was full of a bunch of like 7-year-olds or 5-year-olds that probably didn't even care what she was saying, just enjoyed the spectacular show of Jojo Siwa.
Hey everyone, it's Jojo. Welcome back to Jojo's for every single week. Everyone, it's Jojo. Welcome back to Jojo's for every single week. Jojo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, it's Jojo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Jojo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Everyone, it's Jojo. Welcome back to Jojo's for every single Wednesday. It's just every single Wednesday. I answer you guys' questions on Twitter.
But her transition was just out of nowhere. She just woke up one day and it's like, okay, I want to be taken seriously. And the way she's framing it makes it even worse because she was doing this interview and the guy was basically asking what made you want to do the switch from doing kids content to adult content, basically. Or making content more for adults to be taken more serious. And she's going on and on about how it's something she's always wanted to do, And that's all fine. But then she gets to a certain part of the interview where she's like, no one's ever done this big of a change ever inside the industry. I'm the first one to do it. I'm the original person to do it. This is going to be revolutionary. No one's ever done this.
So, your shirt, your jacket,
What about it?
you've already said it online. Don't forget, Karma is a bitch. Girl, who is you talking about? Because you got me stressed out.
Got myself stressed out, if that makes you feel any better. I am talking about something very special. I'm talking about something very, very special. You will know in approximately,
A month?
give or take. Oh, sooner than that.
Oh, we're going to know sooner.
Oh, I've had to hold this in for 2 years. I don't got another month in me. I do
Okay.
not got another month in me. No way.
Well, you do have new music coming in like a month. The album, I'm assuming, right?
I said nothing.
Okay, you like, that's just rumors out there. We're just
Look,
talking about rumors.
Here's my thing. This moment of making it very clear that we are going from child star to adult artist is very important to me. And I have wanted to take my time to make sure this moment is as perfect as possible.
Ugh.
And this moment will come within the next.
Soon. I think the way
In
you're
the
looking at
next
this,
soon.
the way you're looking at this watch, I feel like by the time this interview's on the internet, we might.
I mean, this watch is non-existent, so honestly, it's all in my pocket right now. Like, the amount of times I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna chuck this up. I did just post something of me mouthing something that I'm not supposed to be mouthing yet, but I was like, yeah, it'll be fine.
And we're so excited. I mean, we've seen artists do this from Britney and Slave for You, Miley Can't Be Tamed. Like,
Yes.
how is this era gonna feel for you to just finally let it go and be who you authentically are?
That's been my most massive inspiration is no one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
And like, I'm sorry to take this from you, Jojo Siwa, but like, people have done it. And people, frankly, have executed it 10 times better than the way you did it. So it just blows my mind how she thinks she's like revolutionizing, I don't know, the music industry or something with this jump. And not only that, you know, people like Miley Cyrus, for example, she gradually, you know, started her career into more like adult type audience. But Jojo Siwa isn't a bad girl. That's the thing that she's trying to do. That's kind of making it a little bit cringy and weird. She's not just trying to make her stuff more for adults. She's trying to make it for adults, but also doing it the worst way possible. She's trying to brand herself as the bad girl that's doing a bunch of bad things, and you know, everyone should be taking her seriously because of that. But like, you gotta remember, this is Jojo Siwa. This is the girl who plastered her face all over her car while she's bedazzled in all these different types of colorful clothing. This is not Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa is not a bad girl by any stretch of the imagination. Her new album or song is called Karma. And it's basically trying to like say like, oh, I was bad and I've done all these bad things and I've done all these sins. But like, again, you can't come out here and tell us that you've done all these bad things, you're a bad girl, when we know who you are. You're Jojo Siwa. You're the kid entertainer. Now, I don't know what makes it worse. The fact that she thinks becoming a content creator that's going for an adult audience is just putting on a bunch of black clothing and black lipstick and black makeup, and then all of a sudden you're curated to adult audience. Like, that's not how that works. Your content, you just push out your content. Now, whoever perceives that, whoever consumes that content, that is your audience. You can kind of curate your audience towards different things, like curate your content towards kids or being more family friendly and things like that, and curate your content towards adults where, you know, you're doing more edgy stuff, or not even edgy, but just, no, dark humor, things like that. Like, I don't know. It's just not Jojo Siwa. Now, aside from the atrocious black clothing and black lipstick and black makeup, she does this music video, and you can tell she's trying to portray herself as this super badass or something like that, or like it's called karma, so she's getting karma for all the things she's done bad, which is literally nothing. But in the video, she's just like, kissing and making out and doing all these weird positions with other girls. I think the only sin that she's done or bad thing she's done, I'm pretty sure she like cheated on one of her girlfriends and then cheated on another one. I think that's the most she's got on herself about being bad. But except for that, come on, Jojo Siwa. You're literally a snowflake. You're nowhere close to bad, but I guess. Now for the worst of the worst parts, the cherry on top, if you will. It's the dance to the song Karma that she made. It is atrocious. And this is my opinion on it, but like she was getting clowned on TikTok all over about this dance. But like the problem is she did this dance, it looked atrocious. Everyone was goofing on her. But then actual dancers started doing the dance and it didn't look bad, at least to them. To me, it still looks crazy as hell and I wouldn't be caught dead doing it in a million years. But the common consensus so far is that the dance isn't bad, it's just Jojo Siwa that is bad at dancing.
Karma's a bitch. I should've known better. If I had a wish, I would've never left around. When I saw the pics of you and her, I felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch, and she's with you right now. And hope it sets me free. Karma's a bitch. I should've known better. If I had a wish, I would've never left around. When I saw the pics of you and her, I felt the knife twist. Karma's a bitch, oh, and she's with you right now.
Which is crazy because I'm pretty sure Jojo Siwa used to be on like Dance Moms or some shit. And like she was like the star child of that whole thing. And she was supposed to be like a really good dancer. But then now you see this and like you see years and years of dancing being drilled into her head through this show. And then you see her dance on stage or dancing inside this music video. And you're like, where did all those years go? Where did your mom go wrong? And it's like one after the motherfucking other bad thing. You got the dance, terrible. Karma, it doesn't really apply to her. The song's pretty catchy, I'm not even gonna lie. It's all over TikTok. You can't fucking escape it. Everywhere you go, it's just there. So the song isn't bad, but it doesn't really fit her. And the music video is just weird as shit. And you got Jojo Siwa, who is trying to act like a bad girl, putting on this ridiculous costume. And trying to not attack, but also not defend her child audience that she grew for years and years and just switching up out of nowhere. But you have her defending people like Miranda Sings, that YouTuber that was caught, not even caught, it's been plastered all over YouTube. She had multiple YouTube videos of her just being weird around kids. Don't get me wrong, she's a child entertainer. Her whole job was to make content for kids. She played a character. She made that content for kids. But at some point, it gets a little weird. And I'm not quick to call people weird for certain things because I think now in this generation, now I got myself feeling old for saying this generation, but whatever. Nowadays, people get called out for the absolute dumbest things. And it just doesn't make sense. But I gotta say, hanging out with kids. She had like a group chat full of kids and she was just texting them all the time. She sent, I think, like a 9-year-old boy, or it was a young boy, sent him like a pair of underwear and a bra or some shit from her. It just kept getting weirder and weirder. And all this came out. Like, this isn't like speculation. This isn't like this could be disproven. It was 100% proven with proof, videos, text, screenshots, everything, the whole 9 yards. And somehow Jojo Siwa goes on a podcast and gives the most brain dead takes. She's like, oh, well, she was nice to me, so anyone that's attacking her, this doesn't make sense, and you guys just want clout.
Speaking of friends, are you and if I'm wrong, are you friends with Colleen Ballinger still?
Yeah,
What do you say about that?
I've known Colleen since I was since I was 12.
So for those that don't know, Colleen is in the middle of a kind of a.
It's tough. It's a
Colleen, what was the name of the character?
Miranda Sings.
Miranda Sings. My other daughter, went to all the concerts and everything, and she's getting accused of things.
Yes.
Which we don't have to talk about that she's accused of. But I would imagine if you're friends with her, you kind of met her when you were young.
I was 12 when I met her.
And
she's always been nothing but kind to me. Her family, nothing but kind to me. I think it's really, this is the first time that I've talked about this, so I just want to make sure I say my exact piece that I want to say. The internet can take a lie and run so far with it, so far that it's to the point where you just can't do anything about it. Yes.
how is it for you now being her friend and reading some of what we read? Do you think it's all a lie? Do you think it's like, have you talked to her?
There have been a lot of people on the internet who have gotten hit with this cancellation. And a lot of them I know, some of them I don't know. And I look at it and I see that this is a sensitive subject. Somebody who is affected by any sort of anything having to do with adults, and I mean, for real grooming it's a very sensitive thing.
You must have really young people reaching out to you now.
I mean, I do, and it's funny. Like, I realized when I hit 18, I was like, oh, this is different now. Like, because
right.
You're young and you're dumb, and I was like, I need to be very careful about this.
Like, I know, like, her daughter's 9.
Yeah.
If she could right now, and she
write
watches
to you and talk to you, like
she would,
yeah.
and she would love to be your friend
Yeah.
and love to be online.
And I'm sure you want to reach out to your fans and be like, hey,
Yeah.
and give that back to them since they're such big fans of you.
The difference with Colleen and I is we were, once I became her friend and she became my friend, and she became somebody that I looked up to. She became somebody that I idolized. She became somebody that I was like, wow, this person is a hard worker. She's a genius. She's a very strong YouTuber. And I idolized that, And so throughout our friendship, we've probably filmed 100 videos together. And she's cool, And I think the problem is the internet was able to capitalize off of her cancellation, and they still are continuing to, and it's not okay because a lot of it is based off of lies.
Come on, Jojo Siwa, come on. The proof is all over the internet. You can't ignore it. I mean, I guess you can, because she did. She just acted like it didn't exist. Now, I don't want to prey on Jojo Siwa's downfall, except for the whole Miranda Sings and being a little weird on the internet. Well, I don't want to see her fail, but she's making it kind of hard. She is making it kind of hard to not see her go on her downfall or go on her downward spiral, because it's not always easy not to get canceled on the internet. But the parts that she's failing on, I think it's pretty easy to avoid. Defending Miranda Sings, I'm pretty sure it's not hard to not defend her, because it's proven she did some messed up things, but she's still defending her. Pretty sure James Charles did some weird stuff too, and she defended that too. Just don't defend bad people when they do bad things. Not saying you can't be friends with them. Me personally, I wouldn't. But you can still be friends with these people. You just don't have to defend the bad things they do. It just makes you look bad. And even looks, it just makes you look weird. It's weird behavior to defend a fully grown adult hanging out with a bunch of minors, or talking to a bunch of minors and texting them and sending them underwear and bras. And it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand, Jojo Siwa, you grew up in the space, and Miranda Sings was one of the first people you collabed with, and they got you a bunch of likes and views, and I'm 100% sure that she was so nice to you, and probably because you were a child, because apparently she's into that, but you don't have to defend it. No one's holding a gun to your head, at least I hope not, but no one's holding a gun to your head. You don't need to defend it. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. I just want to give my little nitpick, my little opinion on the situation. It's not a big deal. It's just something I felt like should have been commented on, and I had an opinion, so why not? And I thank you guys for sticking around, for subscribing if you guys do, and liking the video. I want to keep on doing this while I get more consistent. Yeah, it's been a little bit hectic with everything that's been going on in my life, but I promise I'm going to be more consistent. I'm going to try my best at least, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.